My sincere compliments to the four-way stretch fabric.
I got a job interview today. It's at 12:30, and I was really excited because I've been out of work for 3 weeks, and like my apartment is not playing. My car note is due. Our Wi-Fi literally just got cut off yesterday. I had to borrow some money from my best friend and use the last bit of money I had to come up with the total so I can have Wi-Fi in here because my kids are home for the summer and we can't use the TV or nothing without Wi-Fi. So you know what I'm saying? So I had an interview and I was so excited. And I was like, let me go look up the place because I need to know, what kind of food they're serving, all that, so I can be prepared, right? And excuse me, client, I'm just an emotional person. And the place, you guys, doesn't open until July 14th. And it's like, well, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that is my rent for June has only been halfway paid. I still owe the other half. And guess what? The first is around the corner, so now I'm going to owe another month of rent. And I have to wait till July 14th. And that's not even the first check. That's just the first day they open. And I'm trying to laugh because I don't want to get too deep in my depression. Because when I do, I'm just exhausted. I'm frustrated. I literally just want to work. I just want a job. That's it. I want to work now, not 2 weeks from now, not a month from now. I need a job yesterday. And it's so irritating because it's just me. I don't have no help. I don't have no family to lean on. If we get put out today, I'm in a homeless shelter with my kids.
Happy Saturday night, everyone. Of course, if you would like to skip the commentary, fast forward to the next chapter over. It's the quiet room. And you can watch these TikToks without any stops all the way through. Now then, for those of us brave enough to sit here, okay, and watch all these videos, okay, grab your popcorn. You can't tell me that she went on an interview and she didn't know when the job was going to start. I mean, I got to hand it to her. This was quality dry begging, okay? Not directly asking for money, but indirectly, because she says she goes on an interview. She says she gets a job. But the hard part is she's got to wait until the job actually starts and she works the first couple of weeks to get a paycheck. How is that any more unusual than what the rest of us go through? And why is it that all these beggars seem to think that their family and friends are there to support their child rearing? That's not why your family and friends are there. Not saying they don't get birthday presents, Christmas presents, and stuff, but too many entitled beggars are just like in shock. They're like, I'm raising the child all by myself. Nobody's helping me. Exactly. Just like no one, well, maybe one person helped you to conceive. All right. But yeah, that's your responsibility. I think they take too much to heart of, and it takes a community or it takes a village to raise a child. No, it takes you as a parent making good decisions, before you have all these, baby daddies and stuff. And one of you commenters made a great point. When people said, and I think you just said it the other day or so, people are basically asking, where are all the fathers? And one commenter, I think yesterday, said the problem may be that some of these women, not all, are basically such hoes. They didn't put it quite like that, okay? But basically, some of these women, they sleep around a lot. They actually don't know who the father is, okay? And perhaps the father was even, met during a one-night stand. In other words, we think they all know. We think the mothers all know who the daddies are. The mothers may not. Of course, that's not the case for everybody, but I'm willing to bet it's a pretty high percentage of them, because it's not like they're exactly being responsible. So where are the daddies? Who knows?
I hate to get on here to ask for help, but as you can see, I am in a tent, and this is where I've been sleeping at night.
Why do all these beggars seem to be rubbing their nose like they have other activities involved?
I live in Ohio. I'm really tired of living like this. I know it's all my fault that I'm in this situation, but I just need a little help to get out.
You mean some help between this? Hey, it's just my suspicions.
I don't know what else to do. I've tried all avenues to get help. I've tried JFS. I'm working with Integrated. I just don't know what to do. Please help.
What did she not say she tried? Yes, that 3-letter curse word, job. See, and you get that all the time. I've tried going to my mom, my dad, I tried my grandparents, I've tried every community church, soup kitchen. All right. I mean, a few times they've even asked their employer for an advance. But what is the one thing they never do themselves? Oh, yes, a job. I know I said employer, but that I think that was maybe one video I saw out of the hundreds that we have now done on this channel. Okay, so we can't give that a lot of weight. All right, but they never say job. It's always I tried everything but. But like I said, when you're doing this, I think that's hard to get a job in between. Oh, look at next. We have one of our favorite beggars, and you know this woman is on the list for the pro beg. Okay, if this were what is it, America's Got Talent, she would be getting the gold buzzer. She goes straight to the top. I'm not playing favorites. Oh, and Ginger out there, thank you for already knowing who you're going to vote for, but Ginger says she's going to keep it quiet and she's not going to tell anybody. See, that's the spirit, folks. Okay, you may already have your favorite beggar, but you can't say nothing yet. But let's give Ginger a round of applause before she even gets on. Wait. Ginger's not the beggar. Sorry, Ginger. Let's give this lady the Consumer Debt Chit-Chat Pro Level Beggar Award. Let us hear her out. We love her.
I am in desperate need of help. My car is literally stranded. Like, I'm trying to get it to be fixed. I'm trying to get it to be seen, and I don't have enough money. I literally have less than $100 to my name, and that's just because somebody sent me $50 today. Like, bro, I need help. I need help. Without my car, I'm stranded, and then all my stuff is in there because I'm staying in a homeless shelter where there's no space to even keep your things. Like, not to mention, I didn't even get to crowdfund for my housing stuff because I'm trying to get my car fixed so that I can even get to, the whole purpose was getting a car was to try to get to a job and other places where I can get resources. And it's just like, bro, I'm tired of people acting like this is like some kind of like, I just need help. That's it, because it doesn't matter. I just need help.
A few moments later.
I think she does it better than anyone I know. Now, don't ask me how the booty shaking connects to begging, but somehow or another, this pro level beggar has managed to do it, and that is what makes her a pro. All right, she can stop a crowd in its tracks. She is going to be one of the nominees. We are so proud of her. We love her on this channel. Yes, we do.
Phone is on 10% right now. I have it.
She says her telephone is on 10%, yet she's making a video. Okay, make sense. Continue.
No gas. I'm currently walking to the store. This is the second store I'm walking to at the moment. I'm trying to find a way to charge my phone. It's just been really hard. I'm really trying. But if y'all could donate anything to help, that would really help me. It's just been a tough timing right now at this point. But I'm currently walking to the store and trying to find a way to charge my phone. Been living in my car.
Hey, if you think trying to charge your phone is bad. Imagine being the Gen Xers like we are, and you needed to make a phone call. You could be hightailing it a few blocks down the street, miles, depending upon where you're at.
To my Cash App. Somebody went ahead and somehow Cash App stole our rent money on our account, and it's under a different name or whatever. We're trying to figure out the culprit of the person who did it. So if you guys can help with our rent.
I think we see another issue. Where did the money go? Where did it go? I just don't know, but I guess somebody stole the Cash App money. Now, I'm not saying you can't get your Cash App, broken into, but I'm thinking the money wasn't stolen.
I am on the.
All right, this next lady, let me know if you think she should be a contender. Let me tell you, she does nothing but beg. She sometimes cries. She does a good depression, face, but I'm not sure she should be in. So if you've made it 12 minutes into the video, could you let me know, should she be in? All right. She's made it on a lot of videos on this channel. The caption says, I don't want to die because I'm poor. Please support with $1, $50, $150. Okay. All right.
Verge of homelessness, and I really need your help. I do not have all the answers. I've spent a very long time seeking those answers, moving to different countries, thinking about grad school, looking at different grad school programs, spending an entire year plus having informational interviews with people about their lives so I can see what things they've done that I can replicate. It hasn't brought me the wealth or the job that I want. It really hasn't. And now I'm facing homelessness again after having recently been homeless. I don't have a family who can help me because they're transphobic and abusive. The job I just had at Nordstrom, I was being bullied at and actively.
So let's see. She doesn't have, I assume, okay. I don't care what sexual orientation one is, trans or not. Okay, whatever. All right. It's not relevant on this channel. But she claimed that, let's see, abusive workplace, abusive home place. So she's going to travel the world. God knows what type of job she's looking for. And she finds that traveling the world does not bring her the riches that she was expecting. Again, we have a sense of entitlement. What sort of riches was she hoping for? I'm not even sure what her job was. She said she was going to travel the world to find out how she could replicate it. Perhaps sometimes it's just required that you stay put and ground yourself and build something right where you're at. What is that saying? Home is where you are planted. When people say they have trouble with home and trouble with work, I begin to think that the common denominator is them. You know what I mean? It's kind of like it's like trouble follows you everywhere you go. It's probably you.
Being harassed. Thank you. It is.
Oh, yes. Tophia, nicknamed Toshiba, because I couldn't remember her name. Tophia gets mad because people don't trust her reasons for her making a GoFundMe. Again, I've only recently heard of this woman. I understand she had a tragic incident happen. The problem I think social media is having, in fact, not I think, I know from what I can tell, is she's using the tragic incident to constantly beg for money. And don't forget, this is the woman who wants the $500,000 in donations so she can buy herself a home.
This is really for a house. Like, people said it's for Comic-Con. Who is spending $500,000 at a Comic-Con? You ask me. And the
All right, I put in these comments, and the first comment says the fact she knows when Comic-Con is going to happen. And then the other comment, my screen's partly blacking it out. I think it says, because I see the screen slightly different than you guys do. I think it says something like she could absolutely spend $500,000 on Comic-Con. From every now and then, I'm going to post screenshots of what people say just for fun.
fact that Comic-Con's not till January, like, hello, I'm not even thinking about Comic-Con. Yeah, it's like, what, 2-3 months away? But I'm not thinking about that right now. I need to get a place to live fast so I can start doing things. If I start making money, I can start doing my clothing line and start working on my restaurant. You know?
For those who can't see the screen, she's now picking her nose with the Kleenex. And we're getting the up view version of it, okay? We're looking up into the nostrils.
The things that someone said it doesn't have to be going to work. It could be starting a small business. Well, if I have the money to do that, I can work towards getting the money for my restaurant.
What is it about these TikTokers? They snot, and trust me, I'm as disgusted by it as you guys, especially yesterday's video that I will attach at the end, the epic beg talk. That one gal, she went on for 7 minutes. I wonder if she's related to me in the family tree, because we can both chat a lot. But seriously, I mean, it was snorting and grunting. It was like listening to pigs at a trough, listening to her as she spoke yesterday. And trust me, you guys, I'm doing this to bring us the quality content that you deserve. So you got Toshiba over here picking her nose with the camera on. I guess that's a good time to pick one's nose with the Kleenex.
To be homeless as of tomorrow.
Okay, this lady here, she seems older. She seems like a boomer, okay? Boomer generation. And I went to the comments and it says that, well, she says that she's homeless without family. According to the comments in her bio, she actually has 2 adult children. See, we're at the point. Look at you guys. No, when I started this begging thing in just a few months back, all right, remember, I think I even said to you, oh, it's just the young people. It's just the young people that are begging. No, it's slowly getting older and older. The people that are begging online. So now we got here easy a boomer. She's got to be.
If there's anybody that can help me, I would greatly appreciate it. I have exhausted everything. I've called everybody. I've called everything that I can think of to get help, and nobody has any space available. I really don't want to have to be out on the streets because I won't survive out there on the streets. So if anybody can help me, please, somebody help me. I don't want to be out in the streets. I won't survive.
And did you notice the background she chose? It looks like a war construction site. I mean, if I didn't know any better, I'd think she was overseas in some war zone. She made sure that she picked a location that really emphasized her desperation. Yeah, see, you guys, you got to learn to pick this stuff apart. You got to catch it. Don't worry if you didn't catch that, okay? You might just be new to watching the Beggars. But you see, we experienced people watching TikTok. I'm telling you, okay? And as a matter of fact, I don't think it's not a green screen, but she definitely made sure she went to some work construction site. You got to pick apart the details, folks, because they will catch your cash if you are not careful.
Out there.
I am still crowdfunding for that $25. Nobody has sent in anything at all actually today. I am getting really hungry. I know that you don't have to send much, but even if you have $5 or $10, that still does really help out. So I am here making another video to boost me to somebody else who may be able to help. And at the end of the day, it helps me eat for the day and the weekend.
A few moments later.
Hey you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I've been working on for tonight. She look a little different, and you know what I'm talking about. I tried to do little piercings.
We are looking at some god-awful drawings that she did after begging for money because she's crowdfunding. That's the new current term for begging.
On her and stuff like that. We'll get a little bit better with the piercings. Obviously, that's not supposed to be like over the top, but you get it. We're working on her. Do you like her better or them?
They all suck. Sorry, lady, your drawings suck.
Or her. I have.
Sweet. Jesus, that looks like something out of the Demon Diaries.
Even finished her for real. I didn't even realize her eyes was a little lopsided like that, but it kind of don't look too bad. Completely forgot about this page as well. This one's automatically my favorite. This one's kind of cool too. Okay. I be forgetting I be drawing for real.
Get a job, get a job, get a job. You see, well, you and I are working our 12-hour days, 11-hour days. Maybe for some of you, you're pulling a 24-hour shift, at the fire station. For others of you, you've pulled that 18-hour shift at the nurses, emergency area. And we got this idiot over here. And again, she'll probably make it into the begging candidate, okay, for the Beggars Award. We got this idiot over here spending time making drawings that look so bad. I got middle school students that could draw her under the table in the dark, blindfolded. See? And again, did you hear her say she's here crowdfunding because no one would give to her? Crowdfunding. That is the new word. I swear to God. You know what I'm going to do? I swear. I'm going to make I'm going to make a dictionary of the beggar terms that I hear and what they really mean. Okay. Crowdfunding, like I said, is the new we are begging. When you are quote unquote crowdfunding and no one is donating to you, it's because they want to feed their own family. They want to feed themselves. Okay. And all this woman does, from what I can tell, is she exists strictly through begging. And then when she's not begging, like a good lap dog, she's sitting there drawing some god-awful photos. All right. Those who cannot see the screen, this is a woman who has face tattoos down one side of her face, big letter face tattoos. She has green hair. She got nails that I know it's got like fake, what is it? Jewelry on it, like sapphire and fake diamonds. Okay, that sort of bling bling stuff. She's got like some sort of tattoo all over her neck. In other words, if you can't see the screen, she looks an absolute tattooed, green-haired mess.
I don't know about y'all, but do y'all ever just want to just like...
You're hearing her dogs in the background, and I edited the heck out of this because there were that many expletives.
It's not even a dog, it's me. But I am so stressed. I have eviction on me, and I have no job. And it's not like I'm not applying for jobs, I'm applying for jobs. And the thing is, it's just complicated because I have no really like work experience other than like a warehouse job and fast food. And it's like no other job wants that. I can't afford this apartment. So it's like, bro, what am I finna sit here and do for real? What can I do for real? I got court in 6 days and don't got their money. I don't even know what to do anymore, bro. I don't know what to do anymore. We'll cry. And just sit here and look at my two dogs. That I feel like I'm gonna lose, bro. Like this is not it.
I really don't.
She's a train wreck. Now, do you remember that video I did about the lady with the tattoos? I will try to remember to attach it at the end. She had all those tattoos on her face, and she tries to get a job at Marshall's, and she can't get a job at Marshall's. She's completely tattooed up. In fact, she makes this gal that we just saw look tame. Okay, so she sits there and she goes, she can't get a job. She's got her green hair and, like I said, all this jewelry and stuff, and inches long nails. Okay, look absolutely ridiculous. And she's sitting there going, I can't get a job. People, you really need to think twice before you go tattooing your body up. Because to me, I'm not saying if you have tattoos, you got psychological issues. I'm not going to stretch that far, but I am going to stretch it when you've got tattoos running up and down your face and all over your neck. And then you sit there on social media and you say, I don't understand why I can't get a job. I will stretch it that far. That's the problem. Because then in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, you don't see what the problem is. People don't want to hire a green-eye tattooed monster. Again, these are for the people who have tattoos all over their face and neck and are claiming they don't know why they can't get a job. She says she's only skilled at, warehouse delivery stuff. Right. because a law firm can't hire you as a front desk person. Most restaurants aren't going to hire you because you're going to turn off customers. You can try doing courier service and stuff, ride around a bicycle and pass out legal papers, I guess. Oh, and next we have the big banana.
Like coming on here with this, but I'm just being real. I'm struggling. Me, my kids, and even my cats all stay in a motel room. Just trying to make it day by day. Literally trying to make it day by day. But today, I really don't have my room fees. And honestly, I'm scared. Now, I'm not asking for pity or for anybody to feel sorry for me. I'm just a mom that is trying to keep my baby safe and keep believing that better days are coming. If you can help just a little.
We are in a situation right now. We are homeless. We're in the back of a hotel with nobody to call, nowhere to go. No shelters are open, and we are lost at what to do. If anybody knows of any resources or any open shelters, or that can even put a deposit up for a rental car so I can go make some money, that would be great.
This show is titled I'm 53 years old and have nothing saved for retirement. It ran 2 days ago on The Ramsey Show.
My wife and I are really concerned right now about our future retirement. So just a little background, we don't have anything saved, don't have 3 to 6 months expenses, just started doing the Ramsey steps. I'm on baby step 2. So we're talking about selling our home to get the equity out of it, to basically just pay everything off and just kind of start fresh and be able to put some money back, and then start, investing 15%, like the Ramsey step says. But I'm not sure if that's the right answer to do that or not. The other option is, I keep working like a madman, like I've been doing, keep the house, but we have a pool, and I don't know if that should be like included, like with the mortgage payment, even though they're separate, or that's considered consumer debt with our car note.
How big is the pool loan?
The pool loan is $73,000.
And what's your household income?
About $8,200 a month after taxes.
Okay, what about before? Just give me the gross household income
about
for the year.
128.
Okay. Yeah, I would put it up there with your mortgage, since it's over half of your annual income. We kind of treat that like a second mortgage.
Why are we being so casual about this? 53 years old. They are 5 years younger than I am. They have a freaking $70,000+ swimming pool. They have no money in retirement. And they're going, well, I wonder if we should start doing something, or should I just be working like a madman? Sometimes I think to myself, if I had not been smart enough in my early 30s to tell myself that my gift, my 40th birthday gift for me, was going to be to have a retirement plan. And I remember, even when I was married, I remember telling my spouse that we need a retirement plan. I needed something. And so at the age of 38, I became a teacher, decided to become a third generation teacher, follow my dream job, yada, yada. And here I am 20 years later in a career that I absolutely love. It's tough. You deal with a lot, but I love my job more today than I did 20 years ago. It was definitely the right career choice for me. But part of what also drove me was the fact that, I couldn't afford, because my parents modeled it for me. You don't spend 20, 30 years doing nothing and not having some sort of plan as to what you're going to do in your older years. I remember literally my parents telling me, step parents and parents, because my parents, divorced or remarried, okay, telling me, you need something. And so I thought, well, I'm going to do what my parents do, and I love it. I could not imagine being 5 years younger than I am today with a freaking swimming pool that pretty much nobody wants. And, I listened to this for the first time with you, okay? A pool, if I were buying a piece of property, a standalone house, there's no way I would want a pool. I don't want the liability. I don't want the financial headache, ground swelling, pavement lifting, tree roots. I know one person about 3 years ago, they had a pool and they did not bother to fix it. Why? The crack in the pool was going to be 17 grand for them to fix. My rule is, or my thinking is, borrow somebody else's pool. We all like the neighbor that has the pool. We don't want to be the ones to maintain it, pay for a pool boy and all of that. Selling the house, so you can pay off your bills, great. But I'm assuming, I don't know how much the house is. Again, I listened to this for the first time with you. But the idea of starting at square zero, I mean, better to sell the house. I guess we don't know how much it is, start at zero. But boy, imagine if they had started in their 30s with either a pension job or some, lucrative savings plan or something. I appreciate the fact that my parents directly told me, directly, verbally, and as well as just, what they modeled in their lifestyle. They modeled for me how important it is to be able to retire, especially when you start getting medical issues that don't allow you to work. People sit there and go, I'm never going to stop working. I'm just going to keep working until the day you drop. Well, the will may be there, but the body may not. The idea of being 53 and having absolutely nothing. And again, it's better to start with, if they have to sell the house, go to zero. And then worky, doing what you should have done the last 20 years. And I'm not saying, I'm certainly not going to retire wealthy, but I'm certainly not going to retire broke. That is for sure. Few $100,000 in an insurance annuity pays out for life, your teacher pension, Social Security. I'll be taking all of you into retirement with me. Yes, this channel is going to remain with me pretty much until the day I pass. So buckle up for the ride.
At that point.
Okay.
And so I would focus on the consumer debt first. How much is all of that add up to?
Well, we paid off all the credit cards, which is about 16 grand. Now all we have left besides the pool is a car, which is about $27,000.
So let's get this straight. Okay. And of course, the original video will be in my description box. They knew they didn't have a retirement plan. They knew they had just gotten off of paying credit card bills, and somebody went, "Hey, honey, I think we should get a $70,000 pool." Both of these people have been living it up, and I'm telling you, they're going to pay a price for it. And I think downsizing is harder in your 50s. This is just my opinion. If all you've done during your whole life is spend on anything you ever wanted. We want the big house, got it. We want the nicer car, got it. We want the pool, got it. I've spent so many years downsizing, and I've never lived lavishly anyway. So for me, sometimes breakfast is, a little cup of oatmeal and 2 eggs. It's all right.
What's the car worth?
42.
Ooh.
I know what we're doing there, George. Tell him what he's won.
You just won $15,000, my friend. That's the difference. If you sold that car and took the proceeds and got something cash, you just freed up a payment and became consumer debt free.
And let's stay right there, Chris. How much is that car payment?
It's $500 a month.
All right. So we just found you $15,000 in cash, and we then
saved
you $6,000 a year.
Yes, you did, but the problem is they're not going to follow the plan. That's where the problem is. And again, here's where his downside is. All right. He may find the awakening and go, "Oh, I see the light. I need to get out of debt." But guess what the other problem is? Okay. There's a factor they haven't considered. The wife. How does she feel about all this? Is she on the game plan to do this? Because it's so easy to sit there on a call and map out, and we're going to sell this, sell that. As soon as you get off the phone, "Honey, we're selling the Hyundai. We're out." I don't know what car they drive, but you get my point. I have said it many times, and I will say it many times over. I genuinely believe part of the reason I sit in this financial place I sit today is the fact that I was the only one in the driver's seat. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? It would have been nice to have, been married, had a spouse, and we worked on it together. Wasn't meant to be that way. All right. But if you talk about making lemonade out of lemons, I didn't just make lemonade out of lemons. I felt like I made lemonade out of lemons. And then I opened up a business and sold the lemonade for a profit. So it's easy to sit on the phone and go, we're going to cancel this, sell this, get rid of this. And then as soon as you get off the phone, you got to talk to the other party member. I said it just in I think yesterday's show, if I'm correct. I said, people oftentimes think that getting yourself out of a financial hole you're in is supposedly it's supposed to be easier with two people. But if both people, as we know, are not on board, they can lead you straight to working in your 80s. Sometimes it is easier to solve your big financial problems when it's just one of you. Not saying that's, like I said, I was married. I would have liked us to have solved it together, but it wasn't going to happen. So that aside, fine, I solve it myself. And God bless the Ramsey show, but a lot of the things that they talk about, sell this, sell that, that's fine. And by the time you get off the phone, you can actually find yourself an extra $30,000, whatever you didn't have, pick a number. But if the person that you're involved with doesn't have that same drive, isn't willing to make the same sacrifices, there's a serious financial problem. And at that point, it's not even really a financial problem. It's a relationship problem. I don't, use specialty orders, and don't think, at times I think, it's raining outside. I should just order a pizza and have it delivered. Well, the reason I've only ordered one pizza delivery in 10 years. And about the time I've been divorced about 12 years. Okay. I've only ordered one pizza delivery. That's it. Because really in my mind, it's like, if I want it that bad, I can put on some shoes, go out to the car, drive the 10 minutes to get the pizza and come back. In essence, it's about a 25-minute trip all around. So again, you can get off the phone, you can miraculously find the numbers, but I'm willing to bet most of the callers don't. A few do, clearly, because they make it onto the caller scream session
of net income.
Hello.
See that magic trick right there?
Yes.
And we still have a place to rest our head that we can call our own.
So what you won is a cheaper car. That's what you want.
Oh, that's what the wife probably wants too, right? Always remember, guys, the reason I know this has a lot of interruptions. Some nights are just like that on this show, okay? So, yeah, did the wife want that? I'm thinking the wife didn't want that. You know why I'm thinking the wife doesn't want that? Because he's calling in. See, a couple that's in agreement doesn't need to call into the Ramsey show. They don't. And if they were in agreement, you'd hear a lot of, my wife and I were talking about it. We're both gung-ho. We're ready to do it. Instead, it always sounds like one spouse is calling in, almost apologetically trying to figure out how to solve a problem that they've not yet communicated the solution or potential solution to their spouse.
Now, what's the mortgage
my
payment?
wife wins, but
what's that? Say that again.
Unfortunately, that's when my wife wins.
Is she on board with this?
She is, if that's what we have to do, yes.
It is what you have to do.
Oh, that did not sound convincing. That did not. Of course, we have George and Ken are hosting. She's on board if that's what we have to do. Great. You got to do it for the next 20 years. No, we'll give you some grace. You got to do it for the next 15 years. See, when people say things like, well, if that's what I have to do, well, I guess if that's what I have to do, I'll work an extra 10 hours a week for a month. You see the difference? No. You are ass broke. All right. That big lifestyle you've had was all a mirage. You lived over your means. See, guys, that's what you have to remember. You're living, and I know we know this, but sometimes we have to hear it. Sometimes we even have to say it out loud to ourselves. You're living over your means. So what you did was this couple wasted all those years, okay, living so far over their means. By the time they sell their house, from what I gather, they're back at square zero. That was a position I was absolutely terrified to be in. And I can say short of terrified. I told you my 40th birthday was to make sure I had some sort of a retirement plan going. I was hired as a teacher 6 weeks before about 3 weeks before my 38th birthday. So he said, well, if that's what we have to, yeah, next 15, 20 years. Is she ready for that? Methinks not.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing. Do you want to be eating Alpo in retirement but have a nice car? Or do we want to make a short-term sacrifice so we can retire with dignity? That's the trade-off here.
What?
Oh, okay. George, with all due respect, this is not a short-term sacrifice. This is they're going to have to downsize their lifestyle so severely that they not only can afford to pay the current bills they have to pay after downsizing, but then they have to have the excess to put into retirement. See how hard this gets, how difficult it is. I feel very blessed because, I'm able as of last year to start putting $20,000 away into my retirement account. Yeah, 20,000. And for someone like me who has lived a very, a turbulent financial life, there's no amount of upsizing, you're going to convince me to give that up. And, does it mean I travel and have all sorts of fun and parties? No, I'm probably sometimes I think people are debt free. We're perceived as being very boring. We're not boring. We're sensible. We understand that if we take a vacation that we have to put on a credit card, that it ain't going to be no vacation to pay it off. I think people who also live within their means, and I said means, and I'm not talking about being debt free necessarily. Okay. We all have, people have mortgages and kids. I get that. But the people in general who live within their means, we understand and we weigh out what is, if we do A, what is the consequence going to be? So I have learned to compromise in areas of my budget. Okay, I'm gonna give you a stupid example. Today was an excellent example. Okay. So, it's coming holiday time and stuff. And, I have a little bit more money, not much that I'm willing to spend, for holiday stuff. I like disposable holiday stuff. I don't want to carry a bunch of crap into the next year. If I had kids and all of that, that would be different. Okay. And we're going to save every single year. We're going to save the new Christmas Mickey Mouse decoration. I got that. Okay. I got you on that, but I don't have kids and it's just me. So I don't need to bring the Macy's to Free family. Okay. And Disney family, into my place. But what I do is I find little treats here and there that I like to purchase for myself. So today I went to Fresh Market. It's it's an upscale grocery store here in Tampa. And they had mulling spices, a cute little jar for $7. Now, I thought, okay, I'll go ahead and treat myself to that. See, that's a $7 treat. That's instead of saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to go book a cruise somewhere and go off for a week. In other words, for me, and I'm sure for other people who live within their means, for people who are debt free, we have learned to compromise and realize that oftentimes it's the little things. It's the little things that make us happy. We don't need everything. And from this call, it appears to me that these people have not learned, as is so common when people are severely in debt, of overconsumption. Okay. And I'm guilty of it too in my past. These people haven't learned the little things. It's the little holiday napkins and the little cup. We're going to do that instead of going out and, having a $100 dinner, whatever. I think they're going to have a very tough time turning this around. Not that it's impossible. They can. But for many people who have spent their entire life, their entire marriage, feeding off of each other, going, let's spend more. And then one person puts the brakes on and says, I'm actually nervous about it. I do have an acquaintance who we knew each other years and years and years ago and had a chance to talk to them. And not too long ago, in the last year or so. And we're only a couple of years apart. They have absolutely nothing saved. On the other hand, I have other friends and they've got their state pensions and stuff and are good to go. You really have to decide if that excess consumption you're doing is really worth it so that when you're in your 50s, you're at ground zero.
Wow.
We're not trying to punish you.
Right to the dog food.
Yeah.
That was dark.
And it's honestly, dog food's not cheap. I take that back.
I tell you, my dogs eat really good food.
It's going to be ramen, I guess.
But, Chris, the reason I'm saying you guys have to do this is because you're 53 and you don't have any retirement. So we have got now this is where George is like, I love when George, I see him doing
crunching.
it. I wish you could see him right now. He does the one-hand keyboard thing. He's got the Ramsey investment calculator, which you can access at RamseySolutions.com. So the reason we're going to be super aggressive here is because you guys can you can start to make headway, but we're talking, we got to sell the car and it lists today. And we have got to change. So let's run the numbers, George.
Yeah. Are you guys in pretty good health?
So that's a good question. So I had a heart attack back in March. And I've changed a lot. And my health has gotten a lot better for sure. I'm going through tests and all that stuff right now. So that kind of leads me to, I work my regular job, which I work 50 plus hours at. I've been door dashing on the side about another 50 hours a week.
Wow.
Which is a lot because I'm working every single day from morning to night.
How long?
What's the wife doing?
You've been doing the door dashing.
I've been doing the door dashing now for about 3 months. And
did you include that in
the credit cards?
Okay, good for you. Did you include that though in the number you gave us on the 128,000 gross?
No.
Okay.
And the wear and tear to the car has just got to be god awful. Oh, I'm doing some TikToks sometime in the next week or so about door dashing and the complaints that a lot of the door dashers have. Okay. Now that I understand he had his heart attack, I'm going to give you an idea of what I think is happening. That heart attack was his wake up call. He's been working for years and years, pleasing the wife, doing, buying all the crap that they need to buy. I don't know what she does, but that heart attack was his wake up call. And that's why he cares about it now. He may not say it directly, but you know how come I know? Because when my first knee went out in 2018, and then the second freaking knee went out in 2020, right around there. Okay. That first knee was my wake up call going, oh my God, what would happen if I had to stop working, before 67? What would happen? And that was my wake up call. I'm going to go out on a limb. He and his wife are not on the same page. They're not on it. And if he's not careful, if he thinks he's, door dashing, working 50 hours now at 53, wait till he's stuck doing it into his 70s and possibly 80s because he's got a woman who I really don't think is buying into this. His lips say, yeah, she's in it if she has to. I believe that was the words, if we have to. Right there, you cannot achieve debt freedom if your attitude is if we have to. You don't have to do squat. You can retire poor if you want. You really don't. You can retire broke and poor together. I didn't have to do squat. I could have chosen. I could be driving a Mercedes, living in a place, 3 times the amount. I would have a Chihuahua with me because I want another Chihuahua or a Shih Tzu. And they'd be in doggy daycare. I mean, I could live so much more lavishly than what I'm doing. So long as their attitude is, and I believe it is if we have to. Buddy, I don't even think 15 years is enough. And you're talking saving retirement for 2 people. And God help it. But if she hasn't worked and it's all on him, then it should scare her because if he passes away, right, who's going to be bringing in the money? I don't know if she works or not. I think he said they made 8,000 or so. I can't remember if it was this call or last night's call. Oh gosh, maybe I'm losing it.
No, I did not because I don't know how long I can sustain that because
he's talking about the 50-hour week of door dashing and he hasn't included that money in his income because he's not sure how long he can sustain door dashing. Hey, maybe I'm not losing it after all.
I'm working every Saturday. The only day I'm taking off is a Sunday. That's it.
Okay. And what about your wife?
My wife works as well. She works full time. Her money is included in that number as well.
Okay. And what are you guys doing for work? Is there area?
He door dashing 50 hours a week.
Area for growth here?
Yeah, I'm in sales. I mean, there's potential for commission. I just started a new job.
Amazing.
There's no commission right now.
Chris, that is far better than
that's
driving
your ticket.
Uber. Forget Uber. Number one,
spend
physically.
50 hours on the phones and emails selling.
You see, this is, I mean, I love the Ramsey show and stuff, but okay, look, there's no guarantee that you can spend hours on the phone buying. Who's got the money to buy the crap these days? Who's got the excess money? And then people like me, even though we may have the excess money, we ain't spending it. Are you kidding me? I'm being a real tightwad. I mean, and sales, that job can be gone tomorrow. So no wonder he's working 50 hours a week or whatever.
Yeah, I'm no doctor. I would like to play one on TV. I want to point that out.
And he would make a great one.
I think I would look good in scrubs. But the point here is that your health and the financial ROI for you is way better to go after that commission. But even at the 128, George, let's paint a picture here. If we sell the car, and so we come up with 15 cash. So we got 15, George, to work with.
Yeah.
Okay.
You take that 15, you buy yourself a used cash car.
There we go.
And then you're debt free. Now we can work on the emergency fund. So for the next, let's call it 6 to 8 months, just stack away cash to build up that emergency fund. Then
I assume this is selling the house because remember, they got that freaking $73,000 pool.
We can begin investing. So let's just paint a picture. A year from now, you're 54, right?
Yes.
And you're debt free with an emergency fund, and we begin investing 15% of our income. That's about $1,600 a month. Are you tracking?
Yes.
By the age of 70, now this is assuming you're going to have to work longer because we got a late start, you would have $750,000 likely in that one account. Now we're talking, okay, we could, if we have a paid for house and 750 grand in the bank, we have a fighting chance of surviving, right?
Now, what that doesn't include, Chris, is those commissions and more income, socking it away.
What it doesn't include is his health, and he could possibly, God, Lord rest his soul, okay, but it doesn't include the health factors. See, this is, like I said, this is part of what scared me so much into really being aggressive about retirement. Doesn't include any of that. It doesn't include how his wife feels about it. See, this is where savings all looks great on paper. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I'm trying to be realistic based on the things that I've seen, based on my, being married to someone who really doesn't like to cut down. Is she ready to stop all vacations? Don't go out to eat, drive a hoopty, Perhaps tell your friends that you can't afford to go on that trip every year with them anymore because you're broke and you need, to save money for retirement. And if you really want to put it in further perspective, between these two people that have made more money than I make, what's their monthly savings account? $1,600. Mine is $2,000. And I can go higher, and I'm a single school teacher. Not what you make, it's what you keep. I mean, I know I say that. But this is a prime example of it. And I think what's sad is, that they probably have led a pretty impressive life. I mean, hey, telling the neighbors we're getting a pool put in, and you figure a $70,000 pool. First off, to get into a neighborhood that has a pool, all right, it's probably a slightly more upscale neighborhood, I'm willing to bet. And it's the impression. Is the little woman ready to kiss all that goodbye? And we have read stories on here from Business Insider. Yes, Business Insiders is still part of this channel. For those who haven't had a chance, I will be mixing them with Tik Tok Business Insider articles. Okay. But are you and your wife, is the caller and his wife ready to kiss goodbye the past and start anew, cutting down their lifestyle? That is the factor that is not brought in. On paper, everything works just fine.
What's left on the mortgage? What's the balance?
$370.
Okay, and how many years left on the mortgage?
Took out a 30-year note when we bought the house. I still have 26 years on it.
Okay, you see what I'm talking about? Oh, Lord, this is scary. If you're a young person and you're listening to this, statistically, it's not the young people on my channel, okay? The 20-year-olds really don't watch this channel too much, all right? But the 30s and the 40-year-olds, at least from the data that I see, do. This should scare you. He's not made squat dent into his mortgage. He's sitting on a $70,000 pool, okay? Got a couple or car payment or two. I mean, they're taking themselves back to square zero. Who wants to work 20, 30 years to take yourself back to square zero? Let's say 25, because he's 53. Who wants to do that? To be at 0.
Woo! What's it worth?
That's why.
Thank you. Finally, a reaction from them.
And that's why we're talking about selling the house.
What can you get for the house?
Fresh. About 600.
So you'd walk away with roughly what?
When I look at the numbers, I think I'd walk away with about 180, but then paying off the car and the pool.
That damn pool. See how stupid this feels at this point? You see how stupid it feels? Yeah. You buy something, and at the time that you buy it, you think, oh man, this is everything. I just gotta have it. And then you're broke. And all of a sudden you look back and you go, God, that was a dumb purchase. I cannot believe I'm paying $800 a month for a car. I can't believe I'm not saying he's paying that. I'm talking about life in general. You all of a sudden look back, though, at a lot of the purchases you've made. I know I have. And I sit and I just go, God, I was dumb. All of a sudden, does this pool mean squat? Why did they need a pool to begin with? Because they were trying to impress the neighbors.
They're leaving with about 100, I think.
Mm. Yeah, that pool loan is sinking.
Then I have to put,
no pun intended.
Oh, no. It's okay, George. Go ahead, make the pun.
Exactly.
I see what you did there.
But then with the pool, what would I have left would be about 20% on the house, which would only leave me with about $11,000.
You've worked your entire life overspending, living it up. And when you're 53, you don't even have $15,000 an asset to your name. This should scare you. If you are especially in your 30s and 40s and you are living it up and you're doing nothing to save. And, I'm trying to bring the Ramsey Show back as much as I can on this channel, because this channel used to be exclusively Ramsey, okay? I enjoy it more with TikTok and Ramsey, to be honest. So this is staying, all right? But I said before, I would used to say it in a lot of the programs, you have a choice. And this is something I realized. You have a choice. You can retire in your 20s, 30s, and 40s. Let's see if the 20-year-olds have it. Your 30s and 40s. You can retire in your 30s and 40s and spend, and live it up. So when you get to your mid-50s and 60s, you're broke. And now you get to start the work. Or you can choose to flip it around. And you say, you know what? I'm going to live somewhat like, not that we're broke and poor, but we're going to tighten up in our 30s and 40s. So when we get to our mid-50s and 60s, we see the end of the rainbow, In other words, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. This is, to me, a perfect example of a couple. They spent their retirement money in their 30s and 40s, notwithstanding that dang pool that they've got. So now they're in their 50s and all of those years living it up, having a good time. Now they get to look each other and go, oh, we have no money. We're at 0. They're more at 0 than I thought. I was thinking, okay, maybe after the house is sold and all that, they might be sitting on 150, 200,000. Nope. They can't even buy a Toyota Corolla. That's my car. Okay? They can't even buy that. Decide, young people, do you want to live it up in your 30s and 40s? So extreme that you save nothing. You don't think about the career that, you're going to have that's going to allow you to, either have a pension, or if you don't have a pension, it'll pay you enough to have a retirement plan. Don't forget to be thinking also about ageism as you get older and all of that stuff. They're in worse shape than I thought.
Yeah, but
toward the 3 to 6 months expenses.
I like it's aggressive. Allows you to start with the emergency fund immediately.
53 years old, doing the steps of a 25-year-old. We are at baby step 1.
And start investing. And you guys can downsize. It's just the two of you?
No, we have two more kids at home, but they're older, so
they're fine.
They'll be out at some point.
That's right. They live where we tell them to live. George, what do you think about this? I'm actually leaning towards this. I like this move.
I'm trying to think what
Well, the move on a phone call and on paper always works. It's getting everybody on board with the move.
Would you go rent somewhere for a while and just keep stacking cash? Because you're not going to be able to afford anything for 180.
Well,
and that doesn't pay off the pool loan.
We would have to. Well, if we sold it for 600, I think if we sold it for 600 today, I could pay off the pool and the car, and be able to end up with about, after I put 20% down on a house on a 15-year note, I think I would have about $11,000 left.
That was including it.
Fund. And then it'd be quicker there. Then I could start, saving for retirement as soon as I get that built up.
Decide, people. Decide. Are you going to spend it all early? Or are you going to downsize so that when you get to your later years, you actually have something? And don't be one of those suckers who believes people go, oh, well, you're not going to live long enough anyway, so why bother saving? That is true. You may not live long enough to save it. I might pass away the day after I retire. But either way, it's either the money's either coming to me or it's going to someone I love. See? So I win either way.
I got a job interview today. It's at 12:30, and I was really excited because I've been out of work for 3 weeks, and my apartment is not playing. My car note is due. Our Wi-Fi literally just got cut off yesterday. I had to borrow some money from my best friend and use the last bit of money I had to come up with the total so I can have Wi-Fi in here because my kids are home for the summer and we can't use the TV or nothing without Wi-Fi. So you know what I'm saying? So I had an interview and I was so excited. And I was like, let me go look up the place because I need to know, what kind of food they're serving, all that, so I can be prepared, right? And excuse me, client, I'm just an emotional person. And the place, you guys, doesn't open until July 14th. And it's like, well, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that is my rent for June has only been halfway paid. I still owe the other half. And guess what? The first is around the corner, so now I'm going to owe another month of rent. And I have to wait till July 14th. And that's not even the first check. That's just the first day they open. And I'm trying to laugh because I don't want to get too deep in my depression. Because when I do, I'm just exhausted. I'm frustrated. I literally just want to work. I just want a job. That's it. I want to work now, not 2 weeks from now, not a month from now. I need a job yesterday. And it's so irritating because it's just me. I don't have no help. I don't have no family to lean on. If we get put out today, I'm in a homeless shelter with my kids.
I hate to get on here to ask for help. But as you can see, I am in a tent, and this is where I've been sleeping at night. And I live in Ohio. I'm really tired of living like this. I know it's all my fault that I'm in this situation. But I just need a little help to get out. I don't know what else to do. I've tried all avenues to get help. I've tried JFS. I'm working with integrated. I just don't know what to do. Please help.
I am in desperate need of help. My car is literally stranded. Like, I'm trying to get it to be fixed. I'm trying to get it to be seen, and I don't have enough money. I literally have less than $100 to my name, and that's just because somebody sent me $50 today. Like, bro, I need help. I need help. Without my car, I'm stranded, and then all my stuff is in there because I'm staying in a homeless shelter where there's no space to even keep your things. Like, Not to mention, I didn't even get to crowdfund for my housing stuff because I'm trying to get my car fixed so that I can even get to, the whole purpose was getting a car was to try to get to a job and other places where I can get resources. And it's just like, bro, I'm tired of people acting like this is like some kind of like, I just need help. That's it, because it doesn't matter. I just need help.
A few moments later.
My phone is on 10% right now. I have no gas. I'm currently walking to the store. This is the second store I'm walking to at the moment. I'm trying to find a way to charge my phone. It's just been really hard. I'm really trying, but if y'all could donate anything to help, that would really help me. It's just been a tough timing right now at this point, but I'm currently walking to the store and trying to find a way to charge my phone. Been living in my car, and it's been tough.
If anybody can help, forward to my Cash App. Somebody went ahead and somehow Cash App stole our rent money on our account, and it's under a different name or whatever. We're trying to figure out the culprit of the person who did it. So if you guys can help with our rent.
I am on the verge of homelessness and I really need your help. I do not have all the answers. I've spent a very long time seeking those answers, moving to different countries, thinking about grad school, looking at different grad school programs, spending an entire year plus having informational interviews with people about their lives so I can see what things they've done that I can replicate. It hasn't brought me the wealth or the job that I want. It really hasn't. And now I'm facing homelessness again after having recently been homeless. I don't have a family who can help me because they're transphobic and abusive. The job I just had at Nordstrom, I was being bullied at and actively being harassed.
Thank you. It is really for a house. Like, people said it's for Comic-Con. Who is spending $500,000 at a Comic-Con? You ask me. And the fact that Comic-Con's not till January, like, hello, I'm not even thinking about Comic-Con. Yeah, it's like, what, 2-3 months away? But I'm not thinking about that right now. I need to get a place to live fast so I can start doing things. If I start making money, I can start doing my clothing line and start working on my restaurant. You know, the things that someone said it doesn't have to be going to work. It could be starting a small business. Well, if I have the money to do that, I can work towards getting the money for my restaurant.
I'm going to be homeless as of tomorrow. If there's anybody that can help me, I would greatly appreciate it. I have exhausted everything. I've called everybody. I've called everything that I can think of to get help, and nobody has any space available. I really don't want to have to be out on the streets because I won't survive out there on the streets. So if anybody can help me, please, somebody help me. I don't want to be out in the streets. I won't survive out there.
I am still crowdfunding for that $25. Nobody has sent in anything at all actually today. I am getting really hungry. I know that you don't have to send much, but even if you have $5 or $10, that still does really help out. So I am here making another video. Boost me to somebody else who may be able to help. And at the end of the day, it helps me eat for the day and the weekend.
A few moments later.
Hey you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I've been working on for tonight. She look a little different, and you know what I'm talking about. I tried to do little piercings on her and stuff like that. We'll get a little bit better with the piercings. Obviously that's not supposed to be like over the top, but you get it. We're working on her. Do you like her better or them or her? I haven't even finished her for real. I didn't even realize her eyes was a little lopsided like that, but it kind of don't look too bad. Completely forgot about this page as well. This one's automatically my favorite. This one's kind of cool too. Okay. I be forgetting I be drawing for real.
I don't know about y'all, but do y'all ever just want to just like it's not even a dog, it's me. But
I am so stressed. I have eviction on me, and I have no job. And it's not like I'm not applying for jobs. I'm applying for jobs, and the thing is, it's just complicated because I have no really like work experience other than like a warehouse job and fast food. And it's like no other job wants that. I can't afford this apartment, so it's like, bro, what am I finna sit here and do for real? What can I do for real? I got court in 6 days and don't got their money. I don't even know what to do anymore, bro. I don't know what to do anymore. We'll cry. And just sit here and look at my 2 dogs. That I feel like I'm gonna lose, bro. Like, this is not it.
I really don't like coming on here with this, but I'm just being real. I'm struggling. Me, my kids, and even my cats all stay in a motel room. Just trying to make it day by day. Literally trying to make it day by day. But today, I really don't have my room fees. And honestly, I'm scared. Now, I'm not asking for pity or for anybody to feel sorry for me. I'm just a mom that is trying to keep my baby safe and keep believing that better days are coming. If you can help just a little.
We are in a situation right now. We are homeless. We're in the back of a hotel with nobody to call, nowhere to go. No shelters are open, and we are lost at what to do. If anybody knows of any resources or any open shelters, or that can even put a deposit up for a rental car so I can go make some money, that would be great.